Hello guys, my name's Damian James, and I still welcome you to Introduction to Artificial Intelligence. Many of you don't know what actually artificial intelligence means, but due to my previous videos, you're able to determine what AI is. So I'm still going through artificial intelligence, but still by name is Damian James, from Macquarie University, offering Bachelor of Science in Software Engineering. So today, we are going to talk about real-life AI environments and agents, dataset description, informed research, and informed research and AI accountability. So don't mind if you don't know anything about right now, we shall be able to understand them in the nearby slides. Then we shall talk about application of AI accountability. Then I started the real life problem. So like I've been saying, the model transforms raw visual image data obtained from handwritten documents using, for example, scanners to a format which understandable by computer, whereby, whereby, remember I've been telling you when you go to NIRA, there are scanners whereby your form is being scanned. But how is the system able to how is the system able to know what the user meant? For example, if you write a character 8 on your phone, how the system know that this is an 8, so we shall be using a model. So my model will be considering only numeric digits. Therefore, this model help in many ways. It will help in processing bank checks, hence reducing the delays we have been having or we have been facing in Uganda, and especially it will mostly reduce the inequalities. For example, many people don't know how to write, but this model will be able to determine the character made by a user, even if you don't know how to rate a number very well. But when at least you know how to rate something that looks like a certain character, the model will be able to determine it. Then I come to dataset description. I'm going to use an MUC dataset, a digital organizer, and can be found in the link below, whereby this dataset correctly identify digits from data sets. So it has a lot of thousands of handwritten data images, whereby that's enough data for my training and testing data, whereby it is also using a neural network, whereby it will be using a 4-layered and a 5-layered neural network. But after testing the data, it found out that the 4-layered neural network was more better and performs best. For more about this dataset, you can follow it under the dataset link below. Then I come to AI environments. An agent working at a task environment which can be described in an acronym. So an agent is anything that can be viewed as perceiving its environment. Perceiving means the input you put into the model. Then it perceives through its sensors. Sensors, remember, for example, human beings, we have nose, ears, for what? Those are sensors. And acting upon that environment through actuators. Now, for example, the humans, we have actuators, for example, the legs, hands, legs for walking. But what do we sense before you walk? It will be the ears. Then we have the hands for washing. But what will help us to feel? It will be the hands, the touch sense. Then my model. So an AI agent can be classified as rational. Rational means doing the right thing. So for an agent to be rational, it has to we must be able to determine the performance measure. Then the agent's peer knowledge with the environment, the action agent can perform, the agent consequences to date. So that's some of the factors we consider for an agent to be rational. Then now the agent type. One of the agents in my system will be the image analysis system, whereby its performance measure is measured by a correct output, and then next day, then the environment will be operators, numeric digits, then actuators, image analyzer, sensors, image scanner, and the human agents, and so on. Then I come to properties of environments. An environment is not anything that sounds an agent, but it's not part of it. It can be a situation an agent is in. Anything. For example, if you go back to the previous slides, our environment or operators make digits. It's what surrounds the agent, but it's not part of it. Even the staff that operates even the customers. Then I come to for some of the characteristics we have the full observer and partial observer. My system is partial. Full observer means you are able to determine every state, every the agent is able to determine every state the environment is in, but my model isn't able to, because it won't be able to know what's the next character the user will be thinking about. So it is partial. My model is deterministic. Deterministic means what the current input can determine the next in. For example, when you put in an 8, based on the previous results you have been having in the model, it can determine the next input. It may be a 9, so it can be deterministic. So, but stochastic, it means it cannot, the current action cannot determine the next action. Then episodic is sequential. Mine is episodic, whereby if you put in a number of characters, each will be done according to itself. So, for example, if the first character you meant was a 1, it will be worked on as a 1, not as an 8. Does it mean that a 1 that you shall start from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5? No. If your first character is 8, 7, we go in that order. So minus that is episodic. Then single versus multi-agent, it will be single because we are mainly using an agent. There are no more agents. There are no more agents. Then static versus dynamic. Mine is static because it works in an environment whereby if the agent is making a decision, it doesn't have to determine. It doesn't have to concentrate on the environment when making a decision. Then I come to informed search, and informed search meaning, if I inform search meaning you have prior knowledge. For example, when you're walking maybe from one area to another area, if only such you are given, someone can tell, like if you are going from from point A to point B, maybe you have to move from here up to here up to here. They are given you are given some knowledge about how to find a solution. That means it says time consuming and less complexity, although it doesn't give the optimal result. But then an informed search, it means you don't have anything. You try to move from point A to point B, but when you don't know any routes to go through, that means there's time consuming and then more complexity. In our model, for example, when looking at it has we have classes of classifying there. It means you don't have any knowledge about where to class, where how to find that eight. So it will you have to try all the different ways before going to the right answer. Then I come to AI accountability. So accountability means organizing individuals to make sure that AI systems they design, create, operate, or deploy function properly through their life cycle in accordance with their duties and any applicable regulatory frameworks. So that's the AI life cycle. And when you come to my applications, the model correctly identifies the digit entered, monitors data entered the system, operates on numerous computer networks. Then that brings us to the end of today's slides. So for if you want to get a copy of the slides, I'm going to in the description, I'm going to share a link to my shared Google folder. You'll be able to determine, you'll be able to see, you're able to get the slides, and then my links to my accounts. If you want for more information, my email is there in the description, so you're able to get everything you want. Thank you.